Hi, Gemini. Eileen Grasshopper here to do your first week in January 2026. The first, the first through the 8th. I hope you enjoyed your holiday. I was away for December, but I'm back for January. So look out for a whole lot of videos. We have yearly, uh, monthly, weekly bonus. I have some astrology ones coming, or I'll probably put it in the yearly. We'll see. Just suffice it to say, there will be a lot of them. So look out for them. Be sure to click the notification bell and like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. So, quick gesture for you. Doesn't cost you anything, but really does a lot to help me. So, please do so. Anyway, all of these are ours. All of them. Hangman first, like this. Okay. So we've got the King of Wands. This is building something new for yourself, but on your own terms. You are not following in anyone else's footsteps. You are carving out your own path. Very nice. The Knight of Pentacles is about where you want to, this is a projection of where you want to be in comfort and abundance. This is what you're working towards. The Hanged Man is about perspective, and you have it in abundance here. King of Wands is very like feeling having a fire in your belly and a certainty that you will succeed. And Hanged Man here is saying that you do have the right perspective along with the fire in your belly. But it's also like this is a change in perspective, right? You have changed your perspective. And what this tells me is that you went through a long period where you didn't see your way out of the situation that you were in, But for whatever reason, we're not going to look too much in the past right now. We want to look at the present and future. But one thing that I can say about the past is that we went through some very, very difficult astrological placements. Not just you, the collective, right? Pluto being in Capricorn. I know you've heard this from probably many readers and astrologers before. Pluto being in Capricorn, which is extremely difficult for everyone, especially Capricorn, by the way. I'm a Capricorn sun, so I know all about it. But everyone felt this burden for 20 years, right? Which can really drag a person down when, calamity after burden after, you know, difficult situation happens, your outlook is pretty, bleak. It's hard for you to have hope and enthusiasm. But now that the atmosphere is changing for us, um, the sun has come out and we have a brighter outlook in things. And that bright outlook is fueling our manifestation capabilities. And we really do see, now that the sun is out, how bright our future is. And we know that we can shape that future. Let me know in the comment section, by the way, whether you feel this in any way, even if you feel a small kindling of it. It doesn't need to be full blown, um, outlook. But let me know whether you can look back, you can see the contrast between then and now and how things are much brighter for you now. Um, how do you see things getting brighter? I answer every single comment, by the way, not just with a heart, like I really answer you. So talk to me. Um, Six of Wands is talking about your victory, but this is a very strong emphasis on the way you feel about the victory. You know, this is well deserved. There's so much with this gratitude. Um, this is not like a lottery win. He is holding a wand here with a wreath on it. This is a celebration of the actions that have brought you here. And of course, there's a suggestion here of others in the backdrop here who are also celebrating with you. But you being the person of honor here. Um, so, and it's under the King of Wands. So this is an assurance of a positive outcome, one that you will be proud of. And you might already be proud of yourself in your preparation, in your manifestation, in your building of your new life, like, look at me, type thing. It's okay. Pat yourself on the back. Even if you haven't gotten there, that's okay. That patting yourself on the back is going to propel you forward. Um, Knight of Swords is a feeling of urgency to get here. This is being filled with inspiration, and it's just like there's no hesitation here. It's like go, 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 go. I have a thought, I want to act on it right away. Um, Knight of Swords oftentimes carries a caveat of slow down. Um, I don't feel like there's much of that here, but I'm going to give it to you anyway because there is so much enthusiasm here. And I'm not trying to douse water on your fire or anything like that because there is a lot of fire here. But number one, don't burn yourself out. Pace yourself. I know you're enthusiastic about the future, but Rome wasn't built in a day is pretty much what this is saying. Okay? Um, I already want to grab for the clarity deck. Um, yeah, you see, I already said what this card is before I it even came out. This is take it easy, rest. Stop and smell the roses type thing. Don't be in such a rush. And be present too as you move forward. For those of you who don't know the story about this card, the knights in the Middle Ages would lie in coffins after battle to reflect on how fortunate they are that they have made it through unscathed. So it's like a reminder of death or a reminder of how things could have turned out but didn't. So it's a moment to be to douse yourself in the present, like, wow, I really made it. Um, so how that relates to the Knight of Swords is, take the time to appreciate things at each step. What else we got here? Well, all right. Awesome. Thank you, Spirit. All of these artists. Yeah, like this. Okay. Not reversed. Reversed. Not reversed. Okay. Very nice. Okay. So Six of Cups is the nostalgia card. And often this talks about um, don't be too nostalgic, don't cling to the past, um, get your head out of the clouds, that kind of message, right? So that's the negative message of this card. The positive message to this card, and certainly is in this reading, is the dreams that you have carried for a long time and didn't really believe that you can manifest them are worth paying attention to, right? This is also the take your wildest dreams out of the mothballs card. Your dreams are not silly. Your dreams are attainable. Dream big is what this is saying. Um, Especially in this line here with King of Wands and the Six of Wands. You know, this is about going for what you want and then celebrating your victory. And here it is, the dreams that fuel this here. The Lovers is about, especially next to the Six of Cups, is talking about your ideals, um, and how you view the world. And Spirit is drawing my attention to uh, a conversation that I had recently um, with a friend of the family who's like 20 years older than me. I've known her all my life. And we were talking about like existential things, like my life and my purpose in life and that kind of thing. But I was talking about how I had these ideals when I was a child and this view of the world that everyone is essentially good inside. Um, and how everyone knows right from wrong and really wants to do the right thing. And we all think of that when we're a child. And that's why we get so upset when things happen to us and, we cry, that's not fair. Because we think that the world is fair, right? When we're children. And then as we grow older, life really hands us a rude awakening that life is not fair and not all people are well intentioned and that kind of thing, right? Here's the ideal here. But then we have the lovers. We have life as it actually is. And the lovers really doesn't talk about romantic love. This talks about karmic situations and and that's why there's an angel up top here. This is the universe placing people together in a situation and then stepping back and allowing the people to exercise their free will, right? So you see where I'm getting at here with the ideals and then what happens in reality. We're placed together and then it's like, go. But this is about how you are finding your way to those people that you believed in your heart existed, your soul tribe, right? Your vibrational siblings, the people who vibrate closer to the way you vibrate, higher vibrational people. And there's this one thing I only learned, and I'm middle aged now, okay? I'm in my 50s. I really came to terms with the fact that there are fewer and fewer people who are high vibrational. The world seems like it's falling apart and people are falling into low vibration, which is why we are put on the planet. And by we, I'm talking about you and I, the people who are watching, because light workers are attracted to my channel. And light workers are put on this earth to shed light, to help others ascend out of that low vibration, right? So that's what this is. Oh, okay. So, and the last part of that, Spirit is reminding me, is because of that, right? The light workers are placed in these low vibration situations because we are in light worker school, right? We are here to learn about these people. And when I tell you the narcissists, the sociopaths and psychopaths in my life is astounding. Right? To the point where some people would be like, yeah, I don't believe her. She's making up these stories. Ridiculous. Like my entire neighborhood almost that I grew up in were narcissists and two sociopaths and a psychopath. The kids and the parents, ridiculous narcissists. Crazy, right? And went through my life and met with the same situations wherever I went. Those were karmic lessons that the universe was putting me through so I can observe these behaviors. And now, in the second half of my life, it's time for me to learn how to not take these things personally, exercise my forgiveness, and shed my light. I am not responsible for people's ascension, but I am here to do my best to affect others. And that's what healing grasshopper uh, really means, right? I am the healing grasshopper in the midst of locusts, which were once grasshoppers that turned into ravenous beasts, right? So my effort is to bring the locust back to being the grasshopper, if you guys wonder. So I went off on a tangent here. What does that mean? That means that you have gone through difficulty, but now you are moving into um, a an easier time, so to speak. That doesn't mean that you're moving into utopia, but at least um, you are going to now meet up with like-minded, like-hearted people, other light workers. And part of that is joining this channel. There are no memberships yet because I'm not quite monetized yet. Maybe you can help me with that. We'll get there. But sticking with this channel is one. But out in your physical life too, is what this is talking about. The star is your wishes granted, the potential of your wishes granted. And here it is. You feel it in your toes that that's what you're moving towards. And the King of Pentacles is talking about settling into that comfort. And it doesn't necessarily mean that our work is over. We're going to kick our feet up for the second half of our lives. It just means that we are moving into a time, Gemini, where you are more comfortable in your own skin. There's less of a question about what's wrong with me? Why does this happen? There's more of an understanding of the courses of life and what your purpose is here. And that provides us with comfort and stability with in the face of no matter what is placed in front of us. Right? I hope I'm making sense here. Hold on. These are all ours, right? Like this, reversed. We've got Four of Swords again, not reversed. Not reversed. Okay. Again, you're being reminded to slow down and be present. Okay. So that caveat of the Knight of Swords is really starting to strengthen here. Your enthusiasm is good, but just be aware that you need to pace yourself. And that it's less about the destination and more about the journey. It's pretty much what this is talking about as well, right? So we have the sun, which talks about number one, brighter days, but also clarity. Because you've got the Knight of Swords here, because the swords always bring clarity, and the Hanged Man, which is perspective that the sun is bringing here. So this is the right perspective, the right outlook, um, optimism. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Um, you have the King of Pentacles here too. So and you've got the King of Wands. So there's a very nice balance here with um, carving your own path, right? And innovation. I call this the Jeff Bezos card. You know, This is like a maverick type person who doesn't follow in anyone else's footsteps. They innovate things, or like Elon Musk, right? March to your own drummer to and following your own convictions, that kind of thing. But then you have the King of Pentacles, that's the opposite of this, but just as successful. This is the Warren Buffett card I call like the tried and true. He's not carving a path. He's, following the tried and true and applying it over and over again. He knows what works and he sticks to that type thing. And it works for him, right? So there's a balance of that. And then the Queen of Pentacles is somewhat the same as the King, but there's an element of um, creativity that's not too out there and thinking. It balances out the King of Wands that's like a wild thinker. Queen of Pentacles is also creative, but in a more reserved way, which also works for her. There's a lot of growth and abundance around her. So you've got this is perfect for you, Gemini. And by the way, you are Gemini, right? So you have these kind of, I don't want to say kind of conflicting energies that kind of support a whole and drive you forward. Very Gemini energy, where you can work from opposing energies. Um, Page of Pentacles here is again part of the inspiration that's driving you here. You really see how you can benefit from your actions here and your inspired action, right? I need two more cards, please. Okay, the Devil and the Ace of Swords, not reversed. Okay. So the Devil here in the center is, it's kind of a caveat, but more of a reminder of life in general, and it's above the Lovers. Okay. We are exuberant, right, Gemini? We are inspired. We are excited to move forward, which is good because that is fuel for us. But we are on the physical plane and we've got an assortment of situations that we can go through. And even though we have this light, this fire inside of us, doesn't mean that that's always what we're going to meet ahead of us, right? We are still going to come across low vibration that is our choice because here we are, the Lovers here, which is about what we choose in life. And there is that reflected in the Devil, these two people here who are chained to low vibration, right? But it's pretty much by choice because if you look closely at this card, they are chained to the Devil very loosely here. They could easily just lift those chains up and walk away, right? So this talks about you have a choice in life. You can choose to go the low vibrational path or the high vibrational path, right? So this is reminding you of the challenges that you face ahead of you and how not all of it is going to be high vibrational situations. But here you are with Ace of Swords here, which is clarity and a constant, if you allow it to be constant, infusion to your crown chakra here. But this can all that's in my readings though. That's not the basic message of this card. This talks about uh, it has like a triumphant type um, connotation to it, but um, my interpretation, especially in this reading, is a constant infusion of clarity here. That in each of these situations that you're presented to, you have um, you have your free will, your divine choice, but you also have your divine support as well, that you have a choice to listen to or not. This is the proverbial angel on your shoulder, right? You can look at it that way. The devil on your shoulder, the angel on your shoulder. And you can choose which one to listen to, right? So we have come a long way, Gemini, and we have learned how to really follow this and allow it to be part of our compass in life. Okay, Gemini? So you're moving towards your dreams here, and you are in your Gemini element. You're using your God given gifts to propel you forward, which is beautiful. Okay, Gemini? I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Talk to me. Let me know how this resonates for you. Tell me what your outlook is, what you're thinking, hoping, dreaming. Okay? Please click that like and subscribe button. It does a lot for me. Costs you nothing, but it really helps me. So even if you think you're subscribed, please look for me because a lot of you might find out that you're not subscribed. So please do so. Don't forget to click the notification bell because there are a whole lot of videos coming. Don't miss them. Um, if you really want to help me out, go have a look at my playlists. I have there's a Gemini playlist and many of them to choose from. Uh, put them on as background noise on autoplay because watch hours are everything to help a channel grow, and I can use that help, right? You can put it on at night too while you're winding down uh, for bed and sleeping, you know, have it running. It really does help me, okay? So I will speak to you soon, Gemini. I love you all. Love, light, and many blessings.